Yes, we've seen a huge upsurge in tenants being unable to, maintain their payments and things like that.
Now at 5, the pandemic continues to take a toll on Hoosiers. How you could get some help paying rent through the state.
That's a good thing about Hoosiers is we help each other out.
A veteran is getting the surprise of a lifetime. He reached out to RTV6 for help when his home was being condemned. How it all turned out a year later.
I'm beyond excited for him to get this building built and it to be open to everyone in the neighborhood.
The effort continues to provide a safe place for these children to play sports and learn life skills. How you can help this mission.
This is RTV6 News at 5, working for you.
Now at 5, thousands of Hoosiers across the state could be eligible for rent assistance as the state works to help people impacted by the pandemic. Hello to you, I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. $25 million in funding will be available. RTV6's Megan Sanctorum is working for you to explain how this program works.
Many Hoosiers across the state are struggling to pay rent due to the pandemic.
We've seen a huge upsurge in tenants being unable to, maintain their payments and things like that. So it has wreaked havoc on them.
Local attorneys say cases have skyrocketed, so this program could provide much-needed relief to families. Here's how it works. The program will cover up to $500 in rent assistance for 4 months. That money will go straight to the landlord and can be applied to past or current charges or late fees. To be eligible, renters must have lost their job or part of their income due to COVID-19. Their current income must be less than what it was before the pandemic, and they must not have received rent assistance through other programs. Another catch, your landlord has to agree to it. Experts say in most cases, though, they will.
The only thing that I can see a landlord not willing to participate in is if, number one, if there's a problem tenant, and they see this as their opportunity to move the tenant out at some point, or if the tenant has shown a history of not being able to pay or is so far behind, something along those lines.
Otherwise, it could be a much-needed relief for families like Deborah Billing and her son.
I have been without employment for 3 months now, and it is so important. It means everything for us.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
And Marion County residents are not eligible for the state program as the county has its own setup. Applications will be available online in July. We'll have more info about how to apply on our website at theindychannel.com.
More businesses may be opening up, but the number of Hoosiers filing for unemployment benefits climbed in the past week. Nearly a third more workers filed claims last week compared to the previous week. According to the Labor Department, the number of new claims totaled 31,885 during the week that ended June 20th. That's compared to an adjusted number of 24,017 the week before. In the 14 weeks since the layoffs began due to the pandemic, nearly 806,000 Hoosiers have filed for unemployment. Nationally, nearly 1.5 million Americans filed for jobless aid last week, the 12th straight weekly drop. Now to the medical numbers driving the economy. 9 more Hoosiers have died from coronavirus, the same number as reported yesterday. Daily reports have not hit 20 in the past 6 days. Nearly 2,400 Hoosiers have died statewide. The number of positive cases jumped quite a bit today from the day before. 523 reported today compared to 281 yesterday. Statewide, 43,655 people have tested positive, about 9.8% of those tested overall. Tomorrow, the City of Indianapolis's Office of Public Health and Safety will host a drive-through resource fair. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. at Martin University. That's at 2186 North Sherman Drive. You'll drive through and have access to food, free face coverings, school supplies, health screenings, and more. And it's all free. Tables and booths will be appropriately spaced. This is in partnership with McFarland Foods, community organizations, and faith leaders.
And just a day after superintendents in Marion County Public Schools announced plans to start classes on time, school leaders in Hamilton County did the same. Public and private schools in Hamilton County issued a joint statement saying they will follow previously scheduled calendars and start on the regularly scheduled start days. They will also provide online and face-to-face learning options. Each district will share additional details in the coming weeks. This statement was issued on behalf of Carmel Clay, Hamilton Heights, Hamilton Southeastern, Noblesville Schools, Options Charter Schools, Sheridan Community Schools, St. Theodore Garin High School, and Westfield Washington Schools.
RTV6 is working for you and getting results. 1 year ago, a disabled veteran reached out to RTV6 asking for help. His home had major structural and health code issues and was about to be condemned. But our Stephanie Wade connected him with the help that he needed, and he's about to receive the gift of a lifetime.
Through many setbacks and challenges, including COVID-19, Helping Heroes of America never gave up. They kept their promise of helping this veteran after we called them 1 year ago, presenting his new home to him today.
Yeah, it looks a whole lot better.
This home renovation reveal is 1 year in the making. Last June, we introduced you to Kevin Grieve.
I just don't have the resources. You know, I need help.
Grieve is a disabled veteran who served in the Army and National Guard. He was diagnosed with congestive heart failure and struggled to take care of his home, to the point the health department had to get involved.
The stress of everything just falling apart, you know, it didn't help things. Plus, you have a bad heart. It just complicated things even more.
He called RTV6 for help, and we searched for veteran outreach groups. We came across Helping Heroes of America, a local group that helps vets with yard work and home repairs.
We love working with our veterans, and we love doing things for our veterans. We feel like that's a segment of our society that doesn't get enough recognition and kind of slides between the cracks when it comes to help.
Once a year, they take on a big project for one lucky veteran, saying the stars aligned at the right time.
And I believe you had happened to call in like a week that we were talking about it, and it was just perfect. It was like, thank you.
Man, this is nice.
What do you think?
It's a whole lot different.
Taking the house down to the studs, replacing everything from the floors to the walls to the counters and windows. They renovated and remodeled Grieve's home at no cost to the veteran.
Nice.
It's a completely new house. It's so different in there, and it's so beautiful that I know, like, he's just going to be like, oh my gosh. And it's like a fresh start for him.
You know, they come together to help me, and I appreciate that. That's a good thing about Hoosiers is we help each other out.
Hoosiers, helping Hoosiers.
And I appreciate you looking for a group to help me.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Great story to see there, Steph. Helping Heroes of America has helped thousands of veterans over the past 5 years. They rely solely on fundraising and donations. If you'd like to learn more on how to help, we will attach a link at the bottom of this story at theindychannel.com.
And tonight, the effort continues to build a safe place for kids to play sports and learn life skills in one Southwest Side community. RTV6's Nicole Griffin is in Mars Hill tonight, finding out what leaders still need to build a local youth center.
Since 2017, a local leader here in Mars Hill has had a goal to build the Mars Hill Youth Center right here on this property at the corner of Holt Road and Southern Avenue. And now he's close to making that goal a reality, but he still needs community support.
A lot of people look down on this neighborhood just because it's Mars Hill.
Casey Chambers enrolled her kids in the Mars Hill Youth Center's basketball program 2 years ago. While fundraising is still ongoing for the center, the kids play at Stoutfield Elementary School. They've been to Pacers games as a team, and Victor Oladipo even surprised them at practice. All opportunities these children wouldn't have without the Youth Center's president, Pete Johnson, and community support.
I have never had anyone want to do something for the kids the way Pastor Pete is.
I love sports and getting to meet him and knowing that people actually care about kids.
Johnson and Wayne Township trustee Chuck Jones, who is supporting the project, both grew up in Mars Hill. It's a community where they say families often feel like they are forgotten. Transportation and money are often barriers that keep these kids from getting to travel further into Wayne Township, where sports leagues are located.
There's nothing for the children to do. My fear is if we don't do nothing and these kids haven't got anything to do, pretty soon they find trouble.
The best thing we can offer a child is a place where they feel like they belong. We want a child to leave our building, our program, and say, hey, they believe in me, I belong.
The Mars Hill Youth Center is already receiving support from the Wayne Township Trustee's office and several local businesses and is 50% funded, but they still need $150,000 to be able to complete the project. Working for you, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
And Pete Johnson, the president of the center, hopes by sharing his vision, it will send a message that the youth center is a worthy investment for local businesses that want to give back. In this story on the RTV6 app, we will have a link to donate directly to the Mars Hill Youth Center. Still ahead, giving back after she said she was blessed by others. Tonight, meet a young woman who is making it her mission to be a blessing to others.
We're dry, 83 degrees, and the humidity is still comfortable. That's right now. What happens for the weekend? We'll talk about that coming up.
Ashley Home Store. This is home.
More economic fallout tonight from the coronavirus. Chuck E. Cheese is filing for bankruptcy protection. Its parent company has reopened 266 of its 612 company-owned stores, but it did not elaborate on how willing parents are to again host birthday parties and other gatherings, with so many cities still under tight restrictions on crowds. The CEO said this has been the most challenging event in the company's history. And Macy's is laying off nearly 4,000 members of its corporate staff, roughly 3% of its overall workforce. This is expected to save $630 million a year. Since early May, Macy's has been gradually reopening stores which had been closed since March 18th. The CEO says customers are coming back, but they need to cut costs to adjust to the new business climate.
She is a blessing to those in need, giving back to those who have nothing to give. Our June Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good recipient is shining a light on those in our community that are usually left in the dark.
Sometimes people just need help. And it's them today, it could be us tomorrow. So that's what my assignment is to help other people in need.
That's the way Carmara Holman lives, serving our neighbors who are struggling today. Trials she faced as a teenager did not put her back, but gave her personal resilience that pushed her forward. At 16 years old, with their mother, Carmara, and her siblings, they left their home on the west side, fleeing domestic violence, to live at the Holy Angels shelter. Her teenage experience there has stayed in her mind, and now it shines through her heart. While at the shelter, Carmara made a promise to herself that she would fulfill when she was able.
When we were in that shelter for quite some time, I said whenever I was placed in a position that I would be able to give back to the community as God blesses me, I would make sure that I'd be able to bless others.
And so she did. 5 years ago, Carmara started the Blessed to Be a Blessing charity, serving hundreds of homeless Hoosier families by supplying them with clothing from the Salvation Army. And she does this with the support of her own family, her husband, the pastor of Pleasant Union Missionary Baptist Church, and her 2 kids. And the 42-year-old mother and wife also hosts other events to provide health care, food, education information, really anything to help homeless Hoosiers take a step forward. Carmara's work does not stop there. Coming in August, her next event she calls the Hope Project.
To help people know that you may be down today, but you don't have to be out tomorrow. So basically, with my upcoming project, we're going to be giving away free food, free bus passes, free clothing if they need clothing to go to an interview. We're going to be doing resume and job search assistance, self-enhancement classes, Bible studies, you name it, we're going to be doing it just to get people to where they need to be.
And here in downtown Indianapolis, we caught up with Carmara doing what she does best, providing light in the darkness. In what was an uncertain time in Indy, just 1 week after the city was riddled with riots, Carmara provided comfort to those who call the destroyed downtown streets home.
I decided to make 300 sandwiches to bring down here to Indianapolis just to basically shed some light in this community with all of the negativity that's been going on in regards to the senseless killings and the murders and the COVID-19, just to give the people that are in need that maybe need a sandwich or maybe just need a drink or something to just boost their morale back from here to here. So.
Carmara, for all the incredible work you're doing in our community day after day, this is why you've been chosen for the Jefferson Award for Multiplying Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What brings on the emotions with this?
Just being able to give back to the community, it means a lot to me. A lot of times we have other functions in the city of Indianapolis that do bless other people, but I believe, honestly, a lot of times that the homeless families are left out, and we tend to forget about those that just simply don't have nowhere to sleep or nowhere to eat, and the key thing is to make sure that we bless them the way that God blesses us.
She really is amazing, and Kamara does not get any funding for all of her charity endeavors. She simply does it out of the kindness of her heart. Now, to sign up to volunteer or sign up a family who needs assistance in clothing, shoes, domestic abuse counseling, and all the other tools Kamara provides, we have her contact info up on our website at theindychannel.com. And nominate someone you know who is making a difference. Just go to our website, theindychannel.com, select the menu and the Life section, and click on Multiplying Good. And our Jefferson Awards partner, Multiplying Good, has also launched an awards campaign called 1 in a Million to recognize 1 million people who celebrate their service to others during the COVID-19 crisis. So many people have gone above and beyond to help others with acts of service, big and small. Anyone can be nominated. To nominate yourself or others, go to 1millionawards.com.
Well, now to your Storm Team 6 forecast. And as we're enjoying a beautiful summer day out there, you know what, Kevin? 6 months from today is Christmas. Can you believe that?
Wow. I hadn't thought about that. You will this weekend, though, because when temperatures are so warm and humid, you'll be thinking, okay, fall, winter may sound okay. Let's talk about what's going to change here. Our chance for rain is minimal tonight and most of tomorrow. It goes way up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you're doing Christmas shopping or something indoors this weekend, wink, wink, conditions will be a little better. As far as their outdoor activity, you have to plan on at least an interruption. See that little island of clouds? It's kind of all by itself up toward Lafayette and Crawfordsville. That's what's left over from rain showers that moved from Williamsport to near Attica and then fizzled along 231 between Lafayette and Crawfordsville. We may see other isolated showers pop up. Temperature in Marion is 80, 81 in Frankfort. To the south we go. These temperatures setting the stage for tomorrow's warm-up, and you get a taste of that. Spencer and Bedford in the upper 80s. We'll all be right around 90 degrees tomorrow. Say hello to Milo. You know how this works. You send me your picture, pet's picture at kevin.gregory@wrtv.com, and I'll take your pet for a walk. Now, Milo, he's standing up. He's on his back legs. You know why. He can't see the TV if he's not doing that. So we thank Milo for sharing his evening with us. Temperatures will be in the lower 70s at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll be dry. 80 at noon, 90 at 5 p.m. tomorrow. The chance for thunderstorms is there, just 20%, but you can see computer models showing late morning, early afternoon potential for some thunderstorms. We'll be warmer in the western portion of the state, lower 90s, Terre Haute, Rockville, on up toward Lafayette. As we go to the afternoon and evening hours, there are the isolated thunderstorms, 7 to 11, still very isolated. But at 11 o'clock at night into the overnight, you'll see dropping south a line of some showers and thunderstorms along a cold front or a boundary, kind of a wind shift. That will be the focus for thunderstorms. A few of those overnight storms Friday night into Saturday may be strong, but the threat is low as it's coming through, as they'll be losing strength. There's your weekend forecast. Temperatures both days mid-80s. Were cooler than tomorrow because we'll have more cloud cover. We'll have the thunderstorms in the afternoon. Those thunderstorms are still with us on Monday, and so are temperatures middle to upper 80s really through most of the 7-day forecast. We'll be back with more news at 5 right after this.
To Keller and Keller.
And dust off your over-the-top hats and finest outfits and get ready to sip a mint julep. Fans will be allowed at the Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs says the rescheduled Derby and Oaks races will run in September with spectators. Strict guidelines will be in place to limit crowd density for the race that annually attracts more than 100,000 people. The running of the Oaks for fillies and the Derby were postponed from May to September 4th and 5th because of the pandemic. Fans will be encouraged to wear masks at all times unless seated and practice social distancing. And former Colts player Edgar James will have to wait a year to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Organizers announced today this year's enshrinement ceremony, set for August 8th, is postponed until 2021 due to the pandemic. The Hall of Fame game between the Cowboys and Steelers has also been canceled. More and more Hoosiers are getting tested for COVID-19, but many say the testing process is more confusing than they expected. Tonight at 6, we are working for you to show you what you can do if you run into problems. And next at 5:30, a job program that provides opportunities where many are often lacking.